How's it going, stoners? It's your boy Larzz, and I am actually back with another video. If you look at my previous two videos, you can see I have been gone over a year. I don't know. I really like making videos, so that was not the thing. I wasn't getting discouraged by the lack of views or anything. I don't know, to be honest, I think I just forgot. What happened was I had to sell my MacBook from some money issues, and long story short, what little recording stuff I had was gone. So yeah, but anyways, if this sounds scuffed, it's because it is. I have my nice mic that I used last time, but in the previous ones, I obviously don't have a soundproofing room, so everything's echoing in my room. So what I was doing was I was going to my car and recording in the car. But obviously, when you have a MacBook, you can record in the car and take the mic with you and then just, go in the car. But I don't have a MacBook anymore. I have this really shitty old desktop. So, yeah, basically, long story short, I'm sitting underneath a comforter right now in the middle of my room to do voice deadening. I don't know. I saw Nick Kroll do it, so that's where I am. So today I have a smoking story for you. I'm going to be talking about the first time that I actually smoked weed. It's not a really insane story. It's going to be semi-quick. But it was really fucking funny, honestly. And it was kind of sad. So if you want to, get some laughs at how much of a fucking lightweight I was, stick around. And I know nobody's going to actually watch this. It's just for me. So, yeah. But if anyone else, finds this video, this story's for you, dude. If you stick around and you like it, yeah, props to you for sticking around. So we're gonna set the scene. It's the day after Valentine's Day. I remember this because I had Valentine's Day candy. I had first bought I had bought this really cheap pipe off of Amazon, and I bought a really cheap grinder. And in the story that I told you the first time buying weed, I had this weed, and I was set. So my plan was I was gonna sneak out of my room, and I was gonna go down to this park, cause I was super paranoid about the smell. So yeah. So what happened was, it becomes nighttime. It's midnight, maybe 1 a.m. I tell all my friends, because all my friends haven't smoked weed either, so they're super hype. I'm dude, I'm going out, I'm gonna do it. And I was yeah, dude, FaceTime me when I go. So they were ready to see me, off my shit. So I sneak out of my window, walking down the street, feeling pretty good. It was February, so it was really cold out, but it wasn't terrible. I remember it was one of the warmer nights in February. But anyways, I walked down the street to the 7-Eleven. It's only 5 minutes from my house, luckily. 7-Eleven, it's open 24/7. So I go inside, I get some drinks, because I'm expecting Cottonmouth. I had done so much research on this, it was hilarious. So I got some drinks, I was expecting Cottonmouth, and I got some candy. And the thing about me, before this, hated candy. To be honest, now, since I stopped smoking, I kind of don't like it again, but during the times that I was smoking, candy was life. But anyways, so I go to the 7-Eleven, I buy a whole bunch of candy, I ring it out. Guy doesn't even, bat an eye. We live with a bunch of fucked up people in my neighborhood, so he doesn't even care. So anyways, leave the 7-Eleven, walk to the park. It was 1.5 miles away, alright? I was going the distance for this shit. It was not easy for me. So, I think it was probably half an hour, 45 minutes later, I get there, my legs are dying, and actually, let me put this into perspective. So this park is 1.5 miles away. Luckily, it's a really quiet neighborhood around it, and behind it is preservation, wildlife preserve area. It's not nice, forest and shit, it's just fields, so you can't sneak into it. But anyways, this park is a Dr. Seuss hill park. This park hill has to be 100 feet tall, not exaggerating. And there's this huge walkway to get to the top, and for some stupid fucking reason I thought that this was a good idea. So I walk all the way to the top, super winded from this. And whatchamacallit, at this point, I'm really nervous. I'm almost shaking. And I sit on the bench and I take everything out and I FaceTime my friend. And him and I are talking. So him and I are talking, and he's like talking to me about how he thinks I should do it. And I'm like, no, dude, I've researched this. I know how to do it. So I take, my first bud. And this was some really good shit too. So I get my bud. And, I put in the grinder, obviously, grinding it up, put some in this pipe. And this is like a really, really cheap, like silicone pipe with a glass, bowl. So the bottom of the bowl has this like bigger than average hole. So a bunch of the weed is falling through the hole and it was pissing me off. So there was that. And I'm sorry, it's just so funny thinking about it. So I fill it up. I had no idea what to do, so I packed like half a bowl. Let me tell you, none of this weed got smoked pretty much. So what happens is I'm like, he's hyping me up, I'm scared to do it. I've been a little, pussy boy this whole time. I don't want to do it. Or I do, but you know what I mean. So then he finally is like, come on, just do it once, YOLO. I'm like, okay. So I, give it a light. I really terribly, light this bowl. I get like the smallest amount. I don't even get, like a red cherry or anything like that. I just, like creme brulee, the top of this bowl. And, I took a deep breath, I'm not stupid like that. I know how to do it for the most part. So I take a deep breath, and it was like one decent hit, like not even like a big hit. It was like a regular hit, like a cigarette hit. I take one hit, inhale, can feel my entire body dying inside. Exhale, and I cannot tell you how much I was coughing, dude. Oh my God. My friend was dying on the other side of the phone. I was like, like, have you ever watched a video of someone taking a dab for the first time and they're coughing so much that they're like tearing up and they're drooling? That's what I was like. And it hit me instantly. I kid you not, instantly. Like the whole world was shaking. It was insane. So the first 5 minutes though were absolute paranoia. I was like, oh my God, dude, I shouldn't have done this. I'm like, this isn't weed. There's no way this is just regular weed. I'm like, this has to be like laced or something. I was like fucking terrified. But 5 minutes goes by and everything is so funny and everything feels so good. And apparently I was like being really retarded. I don't remember this whole night, by the way. This is from other people's perspectives. So I don't remember what I was doing, but something was hilarious to my friend. So he put my other friend on the FaceTime call and he starts dying of laughter. And all three of us are talking and I'm trying to take Snapchat videos. But, obviously I'm using the microphone on my phone for FaceTime. So I have like 5 minutes of videos of me just high as fuck talking to the phone and I cannot hear anything I'm saying. So anyways, I sit there for probably like half an hour until it gets to be like pretty late. It's like almost 3 o'clock, I would say. Almost 3 o'clock in the morning. So my friends are like, you should probably start heading back. We have school in the morning, but it was online school. So, but anyways, I'm like, all right, yeah. So they wanted to stay on the phone with me until I got home because, I was off my rocker. It was insane. The first friend that I had called eventually had to leave, but I like very slowly walked down this hill, almost fell like 100 different times. I could not keep my balance for shit. And I couldn't pay attention to anything for more than a single second. Like I was just, a constant like spew of just random fucking thoughts that didn't even make sense. And this was the first time I had never done this before. I had no interest in music making, but on the way home, I was like, yo, put on a beat. I'm gonna start rapping because I had seen other people do it. And I know it was ass. Thank God nobody recorded any of it, or if they did, I've never seen it. But yeah, there was that. And I know it was fucking ass. I just remember like beatboxing and like putting together really stupid raps. So yeah, and then I get to like the halfway point of my house, and my friend said that I started saying that everything looked like eggs. Like I was like, yo, like cars look like eggs, the sidewalk looks like eggs. I'm like, everything is the form of an egg. I'm like, chickens have taken over the world. I was like fucking out of my mind high. And whatchamacallit, the other thing though that I wasn't really paying attention to was I was winded as fuck. Like, I don't know why. I was also full as fuck. I ate all the candy in like 30 seconds. I completely skipped that part. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible at telling stories. But anyways, I was like winded as fuck. And like 3/4 of the way there, I was like, dude, I gotta sit down. I like can't breathe. He's like, all right, sit down. At this point, my first friend that I had called had to leave. So I was on the phone with the second friend. And he's just trying to make sure I get home so he can go to sleep. So I'm like, I sit down on this curb for like 5 minutes, and I get like tired, so I like start laying down, and eventually I just stop talking, and he's like, dude, are you there? And I had like fallen asleep for a second, so I wake up, I'm like, what? I'm awake. He's like, dude, you gotta get home before you're sleeping on the sidewalk. I'm like, okay. So I get back up, and I was like drunkenly walking this whole way home. I walked the whole way home. I was probably fucking so loud when I snuck in that first night. Snuck back into my house, I mean. I was a fucking idiot, but I got away with it. And then like, I remember I pretty much stayed awake until like 5 in the morning, and I just kept taking these videos, and my eyes are like bloodshot red, and I keep whispering like, I'm so high, dude, I'm so high. It was hilarious. It was so stupid. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. I woke up and I like told my girlfriend how it went, and she was dying about all the stupid stories I had. My friend sent me pictures that they had taken of me from the FaceTime, and I just looked fucking destroyed. It was hilarious. But for the next like 24 hours, I still felt buzzed. It was insane. I was like, am I supposed to feel like this? I genuinely had to take a break for a week before I went back for a second try. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. If you guys liked it, obviously, leave a comment or anything like that. I'm not going to beg for subscribers or bullshit like that, because none of you guys are actually here this long. If you're here this long, type adulting is hard. Yeah, type that. All right. Peace out. I'll see you guys later. Bye, stoners.